What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Jujutsu Kaisen, Episode 9. Small Fry and Reverse Retribution. And we got...
no idea what that would mean.
We got a whole lot of backstory about the murder at the theater. And Mahito was the one that apparently can, I'm thinking, by just touching humans, turn them into, like, abominations.
And you learned because he affected the brain stem.
Yes.
Altered them. And you saw, like, in the theater, he touched him and his eye blew, the heads were stretched out.
Yeah, so Mahito was nothing to mess with. And
like, humans are clay to him.
And we're introduced to...
Nanamin?
We're introduced to Nanamin.
Nanamin?
Yeah, Nanamin is the basically the instructor to Yugi in this
and he
mission.
is the greatest person I've met in the
he
show
was
so
hilarious.
far.
He hates jujutsu sorcerers.
They're
he
shit.
He hates working.
They're shit.
Common work is shit. Jujutsu sorcerers are shit.
So he picked the less shittier one.
He's hilarious.
His cutaways were great, like when it took still shots of him when he was saying things.
The fight scene with him and Yugi where it explains his ability. And then the show tells you, so there's a common trope where anime explains the powers of characters.
And I loved it.
But I like that in this show, it tells you that by telling you what their powers are, it makes them stronger. So it takes a common trope that happens in anime all the time.
Okay.
And it gives it a purpose and a meaning behind just exposition.
It was odd going into this episode. I was really starting to question what was Yuji's curse power. We knew a majority of others.
Right.
And they really never introduced like what his power was.
Did they call it Divergent Fist?
Yes, that was the
where he hits somebody
pitch.
and then his curse energy is lagging.
It hits and hits.
So it's 2 hits.
Yep.
And
that second one is the problem. Like the first one hurts. And then
Nanamin referenced the fact that he's got tremendous potential, which is why he said, that's why Gojo brought him to me.
Yep. If he can harness 100% of curse energy and 100% of his martial arts skill, because he was already strong when we first met him in the first couple episodes.
Right.
He was just
remember when he threw the shot put for like 30 years? He's like,
that's a good good thing to reference back to. It's like, okay, he's strong.
Yeah.
Now he's harnessing that like Toto does. He uses physical strength.
They're kind of similar.
They are, I think, except one's just super tiny, and we haven't learned the women he likes yet. But what also I thought was hilarious, the movie that they were watching was Human Centipede or Earthworm.
Yeah.
As we like to say, but you saw it playing in the background, and it was so similar. I think that's what it was, because you saw the doctor with the syringe, everybody yelling, and they're building a better human.
And we meet Junpei, which is the one that saw Mahito do that. And Mahito's a curse. And Mahito was taken aback a little bit because Junpei could see him.
And kind of like they were building a friendship.
Well, exactly. And they give you a little backstory into Junpei, which is he's bullied a lot. He does not have an easy go of things. And he has a lot of negative emotions, and we know curses in Jujutsu Kaisen are built off the negative emotions of humans.
And the guys in the theaters were his bullies.
Yep. So
and they got what they deserved for bullying him.
Junpei has a lot of built-up animosity to humans. So I think Mahito saw that and said, I can build this guy up a little bit.
We can mold him.
We can mold him.
And he'll be just like me, a dangerous human curse.
Yep.
And I think that we got a lot in that episode.
And so I also like the fact that we're introduced to the fact that some curses that are fought are augmented humans. And
maybe explains the stitch work.
And Yugi didn't have a good time with that, because his whole mission is to save as much humans as possible, and he murdered 2 humans. They were former humans. The one kept talking about detergent,
and
I think he might have been. I think he might have been
going shopping.
He might have been in a laundromat or something when he got turned.
And then that's where their brain. That's where we learned the brainstem.
Yeah.
But it kind of like that's where they stopped. So they only knew to attack, but they were still part of like that.
Did you see them
side.
crying the whole time?
Yeah.
So they were in pain the entire time. All they felt was pain.
Well, yeah.
So Yugi did not have a good time with that.
Nanamin cut him in half with the backside of a knife that's wrapped up.
Yeah.
So he can find the critical hit spot and cut somebody in pieces.
Pretty cool
I thought it was
ability.
Neat. And it fits him because he's like the business guy, and like, had his tie, and he's the adult. You see that he's referencing Yugi as a kid, not just underestimating him. No, you're a child. so he's protecting them because that's like an adult's duty.
You can tell Jujutsu Kaisen is a pretty dark show, and I feel like as we get deeper into this, it's getting darker and darker.
But it also isn't at the same time.
No, it has moments of levity where the comedic parts of this show are fantastic. They come in perfectly.
I've gotten used to them, and I want them now.
Yes, but they are what undercuts the heavy overtones of the show, and I think that
of humanity,
we're supposed to feel like this is like a very a dark show, and I'm feeling that more and more as we go deeper into it.
But then, like you said, we have those light spots that keep you watching because it's God if they're shoveling all this stuff into you because the curses are based on the terrible thing, humanity.
And I love like some of the animations of Yugi when he doesn't hear something he wants to hear, and it goes to him, and he's like. It just
and his voice changes. It's just good. Yeah, they do him well, and so far so good.
So that was episode 9. We're gonna roll right into episode 10.
Going at 10,
and we'll come back and see you guys soon. See ya.